Good afternoon, Barry. It's nice to see you here in London. I would just like you to tell us a little bit about VinGarde Valise, how it came to be in existence from a small idea, presumably, to a large idea. Perhaps you can just tell us in your own words how it all started.
It started when a friend of mine named Paul Thistle, who runs a very upscale wine shop in Indianapolis, Indiana, said he needed a wine suitcase to carry wine. And he said, "Barry, you don't have anything to do." And I said, "Yes, I do." He said, "No, you don't. You have to build me a wine suitcase." So Paul kept nagging me, and I finally decided I'd give it a shot. This goes back about 4.5 years. After 3 years and 5 prototypes, we came up with something that we thought would fit a need, be appropriate to the market. So it's been on the market about 18 months in the US, and we're now opening our first international distribution center here in the UK.
That's great. I remember when I was a wine merchant myself, trying to lug around samples to go and see my customers, and there was always a fear of breaking the bottles or doing something that I shouldn't be doing with them. And obviously this is a great idea.
People have responded very favorably to it. We're very grateful for that. We've worked very hard to instill customers' confidence in us and for clients to believe that we will do what we say we're going to do. We treat all our clients the way we would like to be treated, which is with courtesy, deference, respect, and prompt service. So we're planning to import that mindset and that approach to Europe through our warehouse here in the United States.
That's great. I'm just wondering where you see the market growing in this country or in Europe.
The way we look at it, the market for this suitcase is in any country that makes a substantial amount of wine, and any country that drinks a substantial amount of wine, which means most of the world. We've gotten orders from everywhere from Brazil to French Polynesia to Australia, Singapore, and Japan, and in several countries in Europe. We've even had serious inquiries from Russia as well.
Well,
We see this growing both with consumers and with the professionals in the business.
I see it also as a great way of even shipping wine. I remember again when I was a wine merchant, I had a customer who lived in Bermuda, and he went to enormous lengths to make sure that his wine wasn't going to perish in the heat during the voyage. And I believe that your suitcase has some insulation properties as well.
Yes, this was an unanticipated benefit of how we designed it. The foam we use has very good insulation properties. It will not keep it cold, but it will keep it at a moderate temperature. We're planning to introduce in the next 3 months or so some freezer packs that will easily fit between the foam layers in the suitcase to ensure that it stays even colder than it does. But the foam does a very good job of insulating it, both against extreme cold and extreme heat.
That's great. How do you see things? Do you see any further alterations to the prototype? And I know you're now on version 2.
That's correct. We are going to make the finish a pebble finish in the future, which will ensure that it's even more difficult to scratch and leave marks. We'll make minor little changes like that, because anytime we see something we can do to improve the product, to make it more durable, more useful for our clients, then we do so. But we're also coming out with a smaller version, an 8-bottle version called the VinGarde Valise Petite. We should have that in the market in 60 to 80 days.
That's great. I think one of the things I really like about your product is that it can be used as a conventional suitcase as well. If you don't want to ship 12 bottles, if you've only got 3 or 2 or 6, you can pack your clothes in as well. And I believe that other rival products on the market don't do this.
That's correct. Our design is totally modular. All the inserts are totally interchangeable. You can ship anywhere from 2 bottles, the rest for clothes and toiletries and books, or you can ship 12 bottles and have room for nothing else. It's entirely flexible, and it's up to the discretion of the client to determine how she or he wants to pack the VinGarde Valise.
Okay, and the material that you use for the outer shell, is that particularly durable? Have you made it
Yes.
particularly durable in some way?
It's particularly durable. We use a Bayer, that's the brand name, 100% virgin polycarbonate, which is extremely durable. It is resistant to cracks. It is resistant to punctures. It's a very durable material, and it holds up very well in hot as well as cool temperatures, and it holds up very well against getting damaged in transit.
How do you see the market developing over the next year or so? I mean, do you expand all over the world?
Oh, it's all over. We anticipate this will be a worldwide product, absolutely. We have just finished negotiating an agreement with a retail partner in Brazil, and we've had inquiries from Australia as well. In cases like that, as far afield as they are from the U.S., we would look for retail partners rather than set up a DC of our own.
Sure. Okay, Barry, thanks very much for what you have to say. I think we're all looking forward to seeing this on the market, especially in the UK where we're operating, and I hope it goes well for all of us. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Neville. Much appreciated.